Chris, when I fast forward 3 months to the season, and those 3 months are going to be here before we know it.
I know. Go ahead.
I'm curious. I'm curious to see. Now, we've still got a pandemic that's going on, by the way, that we haven't forgotten about. It's still there, and there are still real issues about public health and the ability to proceed with a season and how that will unfold and whether or not people can attend games. But on top of that, these social issues, where will we be in 3 months? Will there be other incidents throughout the course of the summer that cause these fires to burn fresh again? And what will players be doing by way of potential protests when
there's going to be something.
I mean, are we going to see more anthem protests again? Is that going to create more divisiveness as we move toward another presidential election? Are there going to be politicians who take advantage of that on both sides? Or is the NFL going to come up with a different way? I
think
feel
that's
like
what
the
has to
NFL
happen.
Struggled in 2017 to come up with a different way for players to make their voices heard, so they don't say, well, what platform do I really have during the 3 hours that I'm out here on the field? Here's the moment where kind of everything stops during the national anthem, and this is an opportunity to express the concerns we have about the nation that the flag stands for, that it's not perfect, that it's not what it needs to be, that the American experience for some is far different than the American experience for others. And and that's one. And look, I've been meaning to write about this. Arian Foster, the former NFL rushing leader, longtime member of the Houston Texans, he was on Pardon My Take with our friend Big Cat and my internet son, PFT commenter. And he very eloquently explained that for Americans who have not had an ideal American experience, for Americans who feel oppressed, for Americans who feel like America does not care about them, who genuinely feel that way. Now, it's not for anyone else to say you shouldn't feel that way. The ones who feel that way, the ones who have had an experience in this country that is less than what others have had, they look at the flag differently than the rest of us do. They don't feel the same pride that the rest of us feel. They don't feel the same passion. They feel something different because their experience in this country has been far different than most of the people who would stand up and put their hand over their heart and remove their hat during the national anthem. So that's and again, Arian Foster said it much more eloquently than I did, but it's a different way of thinking of this problem that not everyone has had. And we're seeing it now, Chris. Not everyone has had an ideal American experience, and for plenty of people, the flag isn't as sacred as it is for others, and that's just the way it is.
No, it is. It's the way. I mean, I get it. I do. Yeah, there's a lot of people, all different colors, who feel like they've been cheated by America in a lot of different ways. Certainly, and I certainly understand people of color and African Americans being the angriest right now as far as the way they've been treated. I mean, there's no doubt about it. This is such a huge issue. It dives into so many different wormholes and is so systemic that it's going to take some really smart people to get to the root of these type of problems and continue to build this relationship so white America and black America can be better moving forward. But like Mike, back to the other thing too. Yeah, when you talk about Arian Foster or players in the NFL and the pandemic and what to expect, I mean, I would think there's going to be some sort of demonstration throughout the year from players because of this. And I think if the NFL's smart, they start thinking of ways right now to do that, to get in front of it, to get the players to rally behind that, to where it's something the NFL does together collectively, the players, and it has a strong voice that way instead of kneeling for the anthem, which is for the great cause, and we know that, but really bothers people and divided us in a lot of ways too. It brought attention to the situation, but as we know, people took that situation and distracted everybody from the main purpose and made it about 20 different other things. So that's where I think you bring up a very real point there, and I think some of the smart people at 345 Park Ave need to start thinking about that right now.
And the broader observation is this, and this is as simple as I can possibly make it. When your house needs a new roof, the first step in the process is realizing your house needs a new roof. And You can't fix the roof until you acknowledge, hey, maybe we need a new roof. And I think that the ultimate outcome to this moment should be that as many people as possible recognize we need change.
A lot of people think the roof's fine, though. That's the problem right now. That's way too many.
But that's I know, and they've probably already changed the channel. But we're still talking, and the point is, we need to have an overwhelming sense in this nation that we need a new roof, and that's why it's important for people to speak out, because it becomes undeniable at that point. And those who resist the fact that we need a new roof, even as the water drips on their head, they're going to get to the point where they can no longer ignore and deny that water is dripping on their head.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.